Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Daily Masters cast. And yeah, going to be opening some stuff in the background, but it is going to be a 1v1 PvT right here, and it is going to be first blue Protoss player and Polt. Down up in the top left side of the map, red Terran player. And I decided, you know what? There's a whole bunch of players that made it into the quarterfinals that I don't really know that much about, and I mean, yeah, they've done a pretty good job actually. And I don't know if I've uploaded the game between First and Alive so far in the quarterfinals. I think I have. I have a feeling I have. So you probably already know the outcome, but if you don't, go watch it. But yeah, I mean, the fact is, First did a pretty good job, and yeah, I just wanted to know a little bit more about him. This character First, which I haven't really seen any games of, haven't really cast any games of him before I started watching this tournament. But yeah, him, Alive, Bomber, a whole bunch of other players in there, which yeah, I'm not really that familiar with. Rain as well. I haven't cast many of him as well, so I definitely want to get stuck into these and just check out a bit more of their playstyle. And I mean, Polt, we know about Polt. We've cast quite a few games of him. Very, very impressed with his playstyle. And yeah, playing off against First, definitely want to see how this game goes. Because of course, yeah, you might be saying, well, First he got into the quarterfinals and Polt didn't, so it's obvious that First is going to win this game. And I don't know, I was looking back at the whatchamacallits, and I believe this series I'm casting right now, I can't remember which part of the series this game is in, but it was definitely not one that First one just completely blitzed it. It was just, there was a loss in there somewhere, and I can't remember if this was the loss or the next game is the loss or blah 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 blah. It's not the final game. So yeah, it's definitely one where First may have lost. So yeah, it's kind of a danger when you go back and you've already cast the quarterfinals to go back and cast the round of 16, and you'd be like, hey, didn't he already lose this series like 2-0? And yeah, no. So we're not going to be trying to pick any of those. There's Probe going to work on the SCV, and the SCV continuing to build this thing, but the Zealot is going to stop that very, very soon. And quite a pain in the ass there, but First, of course, should be able to handle that just by building a whole lot of other stuff other than a Nexus. He still wants to get the Nexus, I feel like, but he can get some other stuff as well. I mean, it's should be fine. Is this another? No, it's a Reaper coming down. I don't know how much that Reaper's going to be able to do, because there is, of course, a Stalker there, hoping to go for the Worker, man. What a ballsy Reaper, but no, you are not going to get anything done. You are just going to have to get the hell out of there. There we go, the Nexus coming down, but Polt has quite successfully delayed that for quite a bit of time. I don't know if First would have put it down a bit earlier, but either way, Polt is ensuring that his expansion is going to be down way before First's. And when I say way before, I mean probably like 50 seconds game time, something like that. Whatever, so at least 30 to 40 seconds real time, something like that. But it's still fairly decent. And where is the Stalker? His two Stalkers actually thinking about moving out, but they're going to be in a great position to... Oh, wait. What am I saying? I was going to be saying they're in a great position to trap the Reaper, but of course you cannot trap a Reaper unless it's right on the edge of the map. It's impossible to trap a Reaper against cliffs. So there we go. The Reaper's just going to be jumping all over the place and having a whole lot of fun and keeping pressure on First. So he can't push out with those two Stalkers and start hammering the front of Polt's base. He just can't, because he's got to be worried about this one stupid little Reaper. Looks like First is actually going for Blink as well. So maybe some early Blink Stalker play. We've definitely got the proxy pylon coming out over there. Potentially going to, yeah, that's fine. You could build it a little bit closer, like over here, but he's choosing to play it a little bit safe. Or that may be the backup pylon and the proper pylon going up there. Look at this ramp, man. That's a beautiful place to build a pylon. But I think it's actually a doodad of some sort. It's not actually a place you can stand on, so probably not going to be able to build a pylon. This probe built another pylon there. It's a fairly nice place. Conceivably, you can run a SCV over to here to build the third base and not see that. So that's not a bad option, but yeah, it is going to be interesting. And it looks like the Reaper actually going for nuts here, trying to make something happen. I guess he finally decided he needed a scout. Not really much to scout. I mean, he would have seen the blink coming down, and that would have told him that there was blink coming down, which probably would have been nice to know. But he's going to know very, very soon. And there's not actually much need for blink in terms of getting up cliffs and stuff like that. He's still going to have to do a full frontal assault here. And I do not know if he has enough. There's a couple of Marauders there and a lot of Marines. And the Stalker's in a great position actually to hit that. And the Marines kind of getting trapped. But, oh, actually, what am I saying? Stalkers can go up multiple cliffs, can't they? So, yeah, they're blinking right up. They've got the high ground advantage against the Terran player's own forces. But a ton of Marines actually out there. And first, not going to be as confident. He's doing a nice job of blinking his Stalkers away. And he's trying to 1-2 them, but I do not know if it's going to work. These guys repairing this and knocking out the workers as fast as they can. Bunkers going down, but he's got tons of bunkers. Just jump straight into another one. And first, having to waste all that firepower on bunkers while his forces continually get hit in the nose time and time again. And he's causing Polt a bit of hassle, having to move over and over, up and down the ramp. But I don't know if First is actually really doing anything here. He's losing a bit of units, and he's killing a bit of units, but I don't think he's going to be taking out any workers anytime soon. Polt did have to push out the workers before. He got a little bit scared, but I think he's in a much better position now than he was about 30 seconds, a minute ago. I think he's a lot more confident in his defense. And I don't think these Blink Stalkers are really going to do anything more. And First, maybe thinking that, they're going to keep the pressure on though. They're not just going to fall back and do nothing. They're going to keep the pressure on, try and catch Polt by surprise. And that was definitely a surprise. He lost a bunker there. So definitely not good. Scouting factory coming out. So that is a fairly good sign that Triple M is going to be on the map. Bunch of Stalkers coming out there, and that factory is not going to last long at all, but it is going to see the Stalkers coming in, so I suppose that's something. Might try and save this, but no, it's on fire now, so he'll have to repair it. I don't know if he wants to waste the minerals repairing that. The Blinker's getting the hell out of there. The Stalker's getting the hell out of there. He actually is going to repair it. So he obviously wants to keep the scouting going for a very, very long time with that factory. And Polt feeling like he's got enough forces to take this on the offensive, and the Stalker's doing a pretty good job at just hitting a couple of units here and there. But wow, look at this. First actually going for a very aggressive third base at the 12-minute mark. It's not stupidly early. It's not even really early, but it's a dangerous position to be in right now, because Polt is doing this push with the Triple M, and he's doing a pretty good job of these force fields. So awesome, and Polt being forced to pick up a lot of his units, but a lot of them still died, and I feel like half of the units there jumped into the medevac that subsequently got destroyed. So Polt, yeah, not coming out of that exchange quite well. I would have been a lot better for First if he had Zealot speed, and that's still coming, but overall he still did a great job there, knocking back that very, very heavy Terran attack, and he's in a good position right now. He's got his third base out there. We've got the fully repaired factory going out for another scout, so that's going to be pretty good. And First transitioning into some heavier stuff, some good mid-game tech. He's going to have the Storms, he's going to have the Colossus, he's going to have the upgrades. This is 1 attack, and this is 2 armor. 2 armor, 1 attack. Yeah, that sounds about right. We've got 1-1 coming out. 1 attack is down, and 2 attacks should be coming out any second now. We've got 3 orbitals on the way. We've got 3 Nexi. So far, they're doing a pretty good job. But first, after that attack over there, pushing that back, is ahead on unit count. So he's doing pretty good. And I feel like he's got the tech as well. He's ahead on unit count, and he's got the tech. We have a look at the units. He's actually 7 workers ahead as well. So first, coming out of this game so far, pretty good. He's looking very, very strong. His blink pressure didn't really do too much early game, but he's definitely been doing pretty well. Cutting off this attack, it was an absolute fantastic battle there from first point of view. And now he's settling in to his position as having just a slightly better army, slightly better economy, and slightly better tech as compared to Polt. And we will see if he can really make that stick and really start putting the hurt on Polt further into this game, or whether I do not know. I do not know what can happen. Polt can just start countering everything and just do a really great job. He does not have a Ghost Academy though, so either he does not know that High Templar are out there, or he I just think he doesn't know that High Templar are out there. So he's definitely got the counter for Colossus. I don't know if he knows about the Colossus, but it's a fairly good guess. However, first has gone for both options at the same time, gone for Colossus and for High Templar. And he is going to be going for a bunch of Zealots as well. Polt very wisely, having put the bunker behind the mineral line, so it's going to be a pain for the Zealots to get in a position where they can actually attack it. The bunker is going to go down, but it buys enough time for reinforcements to come in there. Meanwhile, the factory is going to get a beautiful scout off on this entire army. He should see the High Templar. He sees the Archon at least, and does not see the High Templar though, but he can guess. He can guess if there's an Archon, it's either going to be Dark Templar or High Templar, and he would be guessing High Templar. So there we go. Instantly, the Ghost Academy coming down. And the question is, how good are the storms going to be before the ghosts come out to counter them? Look at this, man. Warp Prism coming out, the Zealots coming in, mostly getting just completely wiped out, not doing too much damage. There might have been an earlier wave of Zealots that did something. These guys doing a great job, and sleep on the job over there, but finally going to be hitting these guys, actually getting away some of them. These Zealots are so beefy, man, so beefy. And I don't know, I'm starting to get the feeling that Marines actually do more damage than Marauders in terms of DPS, just pure damage per second. So I don't know why I was on that display, but it was very interesting. Moving in, this force actually getting knocked off quite a bit. The Vikings out, and First does not have a perfect thing to really deal with them. He's got the Archons, but he really needs a Storm, but I don't know if he's expecting that many Marauders though. He's got them trapped in here beautifully. The first thing to keep him at the bottom of the ramp, and then he puts some force fields behind him. But Polt is just absolutely relentless. He does not care what you throw at him, he just keeps on coming. And here we go, a bunch more reinforcements coming out, and this should be enough, but so many Marauders on the map, and yeah, First really needs to deal with those. I mean, 5 Marauders and 6 Marines coming out at the same time. That is nuts, and that is definitely Polt countering the massive amount of Stalkers he's seeing, and also the Colossus as well. Vikings a beautiful flank. One Archon going to be trying to take these out, but it's just so slow when you only got one Archon. Beautiful storms coming down on the main army, and Polt so just trying to turn around, and he's going to give the GG there. He did not like those storms coming down at all. And look at this, just Charnel House down there. Is it Carnal House or Charnel House? I really don't know, but anyway, it is a slaughterhouse right there. A lot of units die, and this guy just got absolutely roasted alive. I don't know how the lasers actually roast every little bit of the body. They've even roasted the gun. I'm not sure how you roast a gun with a laser, but they have managed to do it. You'd think the temperatures would be off. It would take a lot more to roast a gun than it would a human, but anyway, whatever. We're going to be moving on to another Daily Masters game tomorrow, and so far, First, he's a very impressive player. We knew that from the quarterfinals, but it's always nice to see some more examples, and I really thought Polt had him on the back foot, but first doing some great force field stuff all over the place. Force field is really one of his strengths in this game. I'm trying to think of the word. It's not as impressive. It's one of those take for granted things when Protoss start using force fields, but it really, really did turn the tide of a lot of battles. This battle's capturing these guys in between the force fields. This battle really early in the game, capturing those guys really, really nice. I'll actually rewind a little bit so we can see exactly how he captured the guys in here, because it really was a beautiful move. Catching those Marauders. It's a bit too late. Let's jump back a little bit further. And yeah, we'll see if we can catch them there, because yeah, I was very, very impressed with that force field use right there. And it looks like he's getting quite owned here, but a combination of good storms and good force fields really sees him through. And I mean, Polt is actually in the lead here. So keeping the force fields, they're all bunched up. He pushes in here. Force fields coming up behind, and look at these guys. They're trapped between Zealots and force fields up the back. Whole bunch more coming in here, and these guys are just really, really chasing him hard, but I think he gets a really, really nice storm off on them at some point. And yeah, the reinforcements just doing a really, really nice job. He's actually pulling back a little bit here, just trying to save his forces, but yeah, just with all those reinforcements from first, where is it going to be? I know there's a beautiful storm coming here somewhere. And he's doing a bit of a split, but a storm goes down on there, and another one goes down on there. And it really is beautiful. You get enough storms go down, and the forces just absolutely fall apart. So, first, just completely turned it around. He was a bit behind on the supply, but he totally turned it around in just those 2 minutes. And such impressive play there from first. And Polt is not a player you can just sort of manhandle around easily. It takes a bit of effort, and first made it look easy in those last 2 minutes. So thank you very, very much for watching this game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another Daily Masters cast. Stay tuned. Yeah, see you later.